Hi, I'm Evan.
I'm Teddy, and we're the Picture and the Poet.
This is Conversations with Lola, episode 20. 2020. 20th episode.
It's our champagne birthday. This shirt used to be in like our tickle trunk, our dress-up box growing up. And the glasses we're using today kind of go. So.
Today's episode, we're talking about engaged. Now what? No.
The inflection.
Engaged? Now what?
There you go. I mean, we're still getting inquiries for new weddings, so people are still getting engaged. 2020 hasn't sabotaged love completely. It's sabotaged our love. Just kidding.
But we understand that when you get engaged, it's always like, hey, well, now what do we do? So we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about it. So we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah. Hate when you do this.
First.
Are you having a stroke?
First thing you need to do, figure out what you want.
I mean, probably you and your partner have talked about what type of wedding. If you are completely on different...
Probably. Did we talk about it?
Honestly, it was like, we gotta do it quick. I want to get married right away.
Research vendors, just like get a bearing of what reality is. Have conversations with friends. It's very likely that you know a lot of people who've been married.
Honestly, one of the best things that you can do is ask what people regretted about their wedding.
Definitely. I'd strongly caution you from getting on those Facebook groups because you'll get a lot of opinions without a lot of context.
I don't really know what they have to offer, these Facebook groups. A lot
of garbage.
The next thing on our list is to make a budget. Yeah. Feeding people is expensive.
Throwing parties. Parties are expensive.
Yes.
Entertaining lots of people.
We threw just a house party at our house in earlier this year before lockdown. It was a house party, and it still ran us probably $600, $700.
It was over $1,000. You might be like, $1,000 for a photographer. I've never paid that much before. That sounds like a lot. And then you go online and you realize, this budget was not based in reality.
Yeah. And if they're charging $1,000, they're bad.
Oh.
You take one 30-minute boxing class.
No. It's just, next point, hire a planner. If you're a fan of the show, we've talked about it before a lot.
But we're talking about planners again?
If there was a point to hire a planner, do it early on in this stage. Even if it's not a full planner, even if it's just a day of coordinator, or even just hourly consultation. You spend a couple $100 right at the beginning for hourly consultation. They will speed up the process for you right from the get-go.
They will bring up things that you didn't even know needed to get done. And then you're like, oh shit, I really need to get that, buy that, do that.
And now you're finding out about things 16 months before the wedding day instead of 2.
And the one thing that I would really caution people against is being their own planner. Being your own planner means your wedding day will be filled with questions and setup and tear down and stress and drama. And if you can allocate that to one person, that's perfect. Yeah. The next thing on our list is pick potential papes.
Pick a date.
Pick a date. If you find a date and you're absolutely like, this is the most meaningful date in our relationship, and you go for it, know that then some of your vendors may not be available for that date.
Also keep in mind when you're picking a date, seasons and how that will play into your wedding day. It'll play into where you can get married, how much time you're spending outside, the timeline, what you're gonna wear. It is at this point that we recommend you start booking your major vendors. I did come up with an order of vendors that I think that you should book first.
Okay.
I mean, granted, you've already booked
your planner.
So good on you. Congratulations.
Good for you.
Book a venue, then book photographer, videographer, then book caterer, then DJ/entertainment, then hair and makeup, then florals, then the officiant, then transportation. And I mean, some of those can be moved.
Yeah, I think I would move florals up.
Yeah.
Personally.
I mean, and that's where your values come in. Here's my recommendation when you start reaching out to vendors is create a template of like an about me section, because a lot of vendors, when you're reaching out, they want to know about you, they want to know about your wedding. And if you have all that information and you can explain as much as possible, then you can copy paste that into all of them. True. So that all your vendors are getting as much information as possible. As well as customize a little bit of an intro at each one as to why you want them as a vendor.
The next thing on our list is that you need to now designate VIP.
Very important persons.
And then you go to Perry.
When you designate your VIP, these are the guests that are part of your wedding that are going to require the most energy out of you. Your wedding party, for example. Yes, your wedding party will likely put in a lot of work for you.
And they'll give you energy, but
you need to, you're likely going to get them gifts, family as well. If you have certain family members that are going to be super involved, you want to let them know. And out-of-town guests as well. You want to let out-of-town guests know as soon as possible when your wedding date is, because for them, they're going to be booking flights, booking accommodation. Start thinking about the special people in your life.
The high maintenance ones. But they're not high maintenance.
No.
You know what I mean.
The high valued ones.
Honestly though, think about the high maintenance people in your life too. The next thing you should do is have an engagement session. I love spending time with our couples in this way. We often get invited to be a part of a special place that the couple loves. If their wedding isn't there, they can have their engagement photos there, and we end up adding value to our relationship, but also giving you some pics to do like a little invite or save the date.
And it's also just good experience for you. I mean, for us, our couples engagement sessions are included when you book us for photography. Just so great to have that experience with your photographer before the wedding day, so that when you're going into the wedding day, it's like, been here.
Do it good, do it right. What is that song?
Do it now, lick it good.
The next thing you want to do is send out the save the dates or invitations. Save the dates are like great over email. It's just sending it to people like, hey, put this date in your calendar. Invitations, we're not traditionalists. We're not saying it always has to be in print, but having received a lot of invitations to our clients' weddings,
it's fun.
It makes such a difference.
You're like, ooh, I'm gonna go do this thing. It's gonna be so
Sorry,
fun.
this is a big one.
Send out invitations.
Do not put glitter in the invitations. Do not use cards that have glitter on them. Didn't we get one once that was that?
So Alan and Jasmine, they were having a New Year's Eve wedding and the confetti and stuff.
Right.
But it did scare us and it did go everywhere.
Next thing on the list, fun. It's a really fun thing. Outline contingency plans. Teddy's contingency plans was to have none, because if she didn't have a backup plan, you wouldn't need it. That was her.
I was like, if I don't have a rain plan, it won't rain. Yeah.
I get it. At this point, it's you've done so much work, and it's so hard to think about setting up a plan B.
Things may go wrong. It may rain. The bus may break down from the ceremony to the reception. I don't know. There is a long list of things that could possibly happen. Oh, a global pandemic, just to throw that one in there. And whatever you're planning, whatever all this work, all these points we've talked about, it could just need to be completely reworked. Your planner will help you make it, because you've booked one. I think what's so funny about these videos is that I think we advocate more for planners than we do for ourselves. The last thing on our list is that you should try to align your expectations and be flexible.
Yeah. It's almost counterintuitive to say, spend all this time, spend all this money, put all this vision and energy into a really exciting moment, and then once you've put it all in motion, let it go.
Yeah,
let
totally.
it be. If you start doing that before the wedding day, then when it comes to the wedding day, if everything does go as planned and it's all perfect, you can be surprised by it and you can enjoy it because you're not worrying about things going as planned.
Yeah.
And if things do go wrong, well, then if things do go wrong, well, you've spent the last 2 months kind of preparing your mindset for that and ready to be flexible. Vendors as well.
Vendors, if you're in a stinky poo-poo mood because something didn't happen right for you,
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Before I call you out on Facebook, on those Facebook groups you were shitting on before.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Lola. Lola, can you come?
Oh, I was blocking it. I was blocking the big stretch.
Hi.
If you recently got engaged, we hope that kind of helps. I hope you learned something there that wasn't already obvious. We will be taking a couple weeks break for Christmas. If you are an avid viewer that makes it to this point, know that we appreciate you
Yeah, I love
so
you.
much.
Hi, Mom.
Let us know who you are.
It's my mom only.
That's it. That's all for today.
Yeah. Okay.
And for a couple weeks.
Bye for now. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Make the
Where the
Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away.